December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken very short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. At their own 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Pick the edge, pick the edge. 6-6, pull it high. Get it. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because
I lost to the Jets.
Big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production. But
he's not bad.
I would dare say that this
his
week in
practice,
practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to
increase a lot of good
teams.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ready? 18 later.
Here's 2nd and 8. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll look to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 39. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now a carry here for their fullback. And the big boys up front, they're going to... right at the line.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Rolling to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yeah.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Patterson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. There we go. Pilot, 64, please. Ready?
Off play action. Patterson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Set. 8, read. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check. X3. 218. Chopper.
On 1st and 10, Patterson, and this one's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
On 2nd down now, it's Harris. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down.
Let's go. 70, Indy. 52's to Mike. Y'all not ready. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, exit. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the Mike.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Patterson. And that will be incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of legs.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. 54.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Johnson running right. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Bravo.
Mike, spot 4.
2nd and 9 now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Now back to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing on 1st down. Patterson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D, man up, D.
To throw on 3rd down. Patterson gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready?
52, Mike 52. I'm on.
Go.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on second down. Patterson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Change the mic. Watch Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On third down, Patterson. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
You.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Here we go, D. Check 50.
Ready?
On first down, Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the draw, it's Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
198.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Don't get nervous.
Off the play fake. Patterson. This will be caught at about the 6. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Able to hold them to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken short. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field. The fullback comes through with a big play there. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Hey, they scared. They scared.
43's the Mike. 43's the Mike.
Army, Army. Army, Army.
They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
There we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run with Harris. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Hey, Alpha.
198. Watch 98. 98's the Mike.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. Let's go.
On first down, Patterson. Escaping. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Let's make these babies cry. Check. Lucky, get it.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Hey, high 7. Big grip.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Zoo.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Rip right.
Yep.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Let's go.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. Looking
to throw. Patterson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And this one complete to Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Patterson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Running with Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Jacksonville as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Patterson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
First down.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Hey, we've got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end.
5.
On 1st and 10, Patterson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's doing...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson.
Oh,
and another run. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Hey, Bravo!
To throw on second down. Patterson slings this deep from McLaurin. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. You don't mind 52, right 52. All day. Get it.
From the gun, Patterson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's really nice coverage there. I'm not sure he would have gotten to the first down marker anyway, but boy, oh boy, did they blanket him.
Yeah, short throw, but he really didn't have many options. Had to force it in. Well, he didn't have to, but he chose to force it in somewhere. Incomplete.
Yeah, now it brings up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 27, hey, box drop. Ready?
On 4th down, Patterson.
And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Yeah. Hey, Charlie. 54. Now.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by John Johnson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing again. Patterson. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. Operating from the gun. Patterson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Or has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Forced out to his left. That's caught by Howard. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a third down.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Harris now to return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean their 6th on the year. Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught inside the 15. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so might as well have not even had the penalty.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's their quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. Well, I think the Colts got this. They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Check 9, check 9. Greystone, travel. Check. Hey, Echo.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's caught inside the 30. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Go, 30 base.
54, 65, 65.
Ready.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Jaguars, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.